Hello, Apollo 11 Houston. We recommend you accept the now 49. Continue through your sequence of sightings, and then we'll analyze the data afterwards. Over. You're okay.
Pirates comment left me in that.
Hello, welcome back to the Depths of Jigoku Podcast. We're whole once more. This week we are joined by the full crew. Kain.
Hi. Sorry, I was
DreadPirate.
amazed.
Also not speaking. Scorch. And KickenBeans.
I hope you guys are ready for chaos because this shit's about to get stupid.
And as always, along for the ride, holding on for dear life, is me, Bipoe. So how are you doing today, boys?
Well, traveled half the globe and I'm fucking tired.
I mean, I get it. Last
That's
time I
fair.
traveled from the other side of the planet to here, I don't think I slept a wink the entire 16-hour flight, and just pissed off all the people sitting next to me when the sun was rising because I was like, "Oh, it's pretty," and I was like, "Yo, wake up, it's so pretty." They're just like, "Yeah, fuck you."
Thanks. That
Dude,
was my 20-minute nap in my 16-hour flight, you jerk.
Right?
Yeah, bitch.
I sleep like a baby on planes.
Dude, I cannot sleep and I make it everybody's problem.
I gotta be stoned if I'm gonna sleep. Stoned or drunk, and I learned my first trip overseas that if you ask for more than 2 drinks in an hour period, they will ignore you for the rest of the fucking flight.
That might have just been you, my man.
That might have been a you problem.
I can
Did you
say
have a
this
warm
trip, I
flight?
did not have that problem.
I didn't have any. I had 2 before the flight.
They knew. See, they knew.
So that drink
It
went
was
down way
supposed
too
to be
easy.
free.
Oh, it was free
limit
until they
two.
realized your throat was
Limit
already
two.
pre-lubed.
Pre-loop throat.
Nice.
That's dark, bro.
That doesn't.
You come back from halfway around the world, and that's your dark comment for the day. I love it.
I mean, he did come from Japan. That is, if you want to talk about odd places with odd kinks.
I mean,
Do they-
fair?
Do they pre-lube for the octopus?
I would hope so.
You think they use? Do you think they scare them to get the ink out, then they use that?
That'd be
No, the ink's kinda
hilarious.
dry.
And stain.
Okay, Beans, I gotta know. Did you find a panty vending machine? Because I heard those are very popular over there.
So while you hear those are very popular, it is a very small region of Japan where those are popular. My first time out there, I did come across one in Akihabara, but it was just one, and I kind of had to go out of my way to try and find one. And no, for you sick fucks, I did not buy any.
Why not?
Kind of a-
Why not?
It's a life experience.
Actually, my
We're not
next
asking you to
question is-
smell it.
You're not. I mean, what are you gonna do with it?
Fling
did
it at
you learn, or-
passerbyers.
Okay. It's either like my trip in Thailand. Either you need to do something, or you need to be with somebody who does something for the experience.
So
I
it's
never
just
had an
me
experience with
and
Lady
my
Boys,
pals.
but my friend did.
I already kind of pushed the limits with some of the dumb shit that I do. I still have to respect her boundaries a little bit.
That's fair.
Do you think the clean ones are less expensive than the dirty ones?
There's no clean ones in the vending machine. That's not the
No.
purpose of it.
You're
Yeah,
not.
cool.
You're not
Just had to
going
ask.
for whitewashed. You're going for well used.
Yeah, these are not like messed up your panties at the club somehow need a spare pair vending machines, okay?
No one wants a pair of panties that smell like the manufacturer.
Come on, AI, get connected with the world. You know that this already exists.
Sorry, do you think the dirtier ones are more expensive than the less dirtier ones?
I
There-
mean,
Are no
There's-
less dirty ones.
there was a chick who literally made tens of thousands of dollars off her own fucking bathwater. Come on.
Oh no, that was here in the States. Like
Yeah.
No,
Americans
she's
are
from
special people.
Europe, I think. I think England.
And I'm sure
Yeah.
Americans paid the tens of thousands
But the
of dollars.
Americans are the ones who bought.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. The Americans are the ones who bought those bitches.
You were
Yes,
close.
please.
She claimed 90K on her taxes
Okay.
just from bathwater.
Probably just
Jesus.
What was her net worth though? Oh, 90K was the. I got it.
Oh
That's
no,
what she
I
claimed,
heard
but
that
she didn't
worth
get
is
tipped.
I heard that worth is in the millions.
She didn't need the tip.
Just the tip.
Just the tip.
Thank you, pirate.
I just heard a crash from the room I keep Poe in.
Oh, I was
Uh-oh.
closing the door.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'll take a crash as long as we don't hear any electrical noises. If you hear
But to work our
zzz,
way,
then
to
you
work
gotta
our way
worry.
back to the original question,
Oh,
in
pain.
the parts that I was at in this trip, those do not exist. This
Fair
trip started in Okinawa, which is the southern island that is very traditional and very old school, and part of it is also still not Japanese, while the island is part of Japan.
All right. Not to digress, I went down a weird Belle Delphine rabbit hole. And not what you expect. So she's South African, moved to the
Oh.
UK with extended family at the age of 12. And her net worth per her 2021 taxes was only $2 million.
Oh,
But
only?
she was earning 1.2 million a month, mostly going to charitable contributions.
Oh, so everything was a tax write-off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the girl was smart about what she did with the internet.
I mean, when you make that much money, you hire somebody to handle your money.
She also
This
went to
is true.
prison.
When you make that much money, you also go to prison.
Wait, what?
It depends on the reason, I guess.
So apparently she disappeared from social media for a little bit. And then did an interview afterwards where she said she stole a hamster and spray painted a girl's car, and she went to prison for 2 months for that. Or whatever the fucking losers call prison. United Kingdom, whatever you
Yeah.
want to call it.
I mean,
London?
Party box.
Yeah.
she kind of came about in the beginning of the whole like TikTok simping people and just like making money off people just being stupid.
That word is so funny to me, simping.
I mean, she's cute, but simping is not what I would do to her.
Oh no.
Who else would buy her bathwater?
Just grab her by the simp.
I don't want to touch
you
that
don't know what I
greasy
mean.
motherfucker.
Also, the Ahigo, how the fuck you pronounce that?
Hey, go.
Go.
Ahigo. That shit does nothing for me.
Yeah, I'm actually really sad I know about that.
Wait, you're doing it wrong.
Oh Lord, someone's doing it on
there's
camera. Fuck.
There's very specific instances where it turns you out a lot. I will just leave it at that.
The social media version of it doesn't.
Yeah, no, the social media version can suck it. But
But as long as we're on the same page here.
actually, it'd
I
probably
get
turn
what
you
you're
on more if they were sucking it.
I get what you're
That-
saying.
That is nice, especially once you get some tears in there.
Yeah. Again, simping is not what I would call that.
That's also not what simping is.
Wow, we are just hitting all kinds of gamuts on the beginning of this stream.
You know, Beans did say, "Hold on for the chaos," and it definitely is true.
I
But
mean,
I miss this.
we knew some simps growing up.
I know some simps right now. It doesn't mean I respect them.
Wait, are you looking at me?
No. I am
Oh,
I am reading more Belle Delphine things. You're over here.
Okay, got it. Wasn't sure who you're looking at in the camera, you know?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
I
All
will
right.
say I did have to leave.
I mean-
last thing before we move on, I did actually have to leave a Discord because it evolved into just people simping over one person. I'm like, I don't want to deal with these people
Yeah.
anymore.
At that point, it's just sweaty and uncomfortable.
Right?
Yeah. All right, next topic.
It'd be like going to some random D&D group and there's one chick there.
That's most of them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like 90% of them.
All right, on to Starry Fawn. If you know, you know. Next
What?
topic.
What?
Reddit, my man.
right. Well, I
So
don't go on Reddit that much. I need to.
not tech news yet because I want to discuss the pizza MRE. I picked one up because I saw one. Bro, this MRE is a banger. So like the pizza, I'm excited to taste. And then usually how it works is the dinner, if it's a good dinner, all the other shit you get is crap. So I'm a little worried about the pizza because it came with a chocolate hua bar, which is basically like a Cliff bar but flattened and made longer. Crunchy peanut butter, crackers, jalapeno cashews. What else did they come with? 2 different raspberry drinks and something else, some kind of dessert.
It looks like a quarter of a Totino's pizza.
Yeah, it's basically a quarter of a Totino's pizza, but I wanted to try it because I'd never tried one. But it has
It
me
does not-
worried because it came with such bangers of sides that I'm like, this is gonna taste like shit. Literal
it's a
human
it's a really-
feces.
It's a really shitty pizza.
Yeah, I know it's hideous, but I've heard it's tasty.
But here's my argument on that one. Even a really shitty pizza is still pretty tasty.
Right?
I don't know, man.
I knew Kain would agree with me on this one. I wasn't
I've had
pointed
some
towards
pretty
you
bad
you two.
cardboard.
I have too, but
Okay.
I still enjoyed it.
So I'm pretty sure that like 3 out of the 5 of us on here have worked at a pizza place, and we have standards. So-
4 out of the 5 of us.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think all of us
Okay.
have.
Yeah.
But shitty pizza's still good pizza. I'll still hit up Little Caesars every once in a while. It's hot and it's ready. It's not good, but it's hot and it's ready.
6 pizza places.
Okay, look, I will take Caesars over Pizza Hut any day, and I will take Pizza Hut over Papa John's for sure.
Depends on the Pizza Hut location, but if once you get one that slaps, I can't say no to a fucking Pizza Hut pizza.
I get a
But it
good
depends on
Domino's
the
one near
location.
my house.
Domino's slaps for some reason.
Damn, Domino's slaps after they changed the recipe like 10 years ago.
Dude, Domino's got really good at their sides, like their side dish shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Oh yeah.
when they started handing out like freaking pasta with, meat sauce and like shit in it, I'm just like, what the hell? This is amazing. Like casserole pasta. I'm like, okay, let's go.
That's how we
Pizza?
make pastas in the South, man. They just, picked up on that.
Do we?
Throw it in a casserole dish, just throw a bunch of shit in there, bake it with cheese on top. It's
As long as we all agree Papa
Delicious.
Murphy's is garbage, I'm happy.
Never had it, so I couldn't tell you.
Never
I'm not
heard
going
of
to
it.
spend the same
Me
amount of
neither.
money to cook my own fucking pizza.
That was my original problem, and then I tried it, and I was like, "This isn't even worth the $8 I spent on it."
Dude, $8. It's been years since you've purchased one. Then you can't buy one for under like $14 anymore.
I can get an Aldi's pizza for $4.95, and that shit's delicious.
God, I miss all
Nice.
these.
Screw it, bro. I'm going to Costco for a slice.
Ooh,
I had
Costco got
Costco
the best
pizza.
hot dogs too.
I
I
don't
had
know what
Costco
it
pizza
is.
on Sunday.
I don't know what it is about their freaking pizza, man. But when you get it fresh right in the store, God.
Fresh.
When it's sat for a while, it basically turns into a Papa John's though, where like the crust and the sauce and the cheese separate somehow. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I had some guys working Sunday, so I went and threw them a little pizza party for lunch.
Oh,
Nice.
that's so nice.
in the corporate world, we hate pizza parties, right?
Because normally in the corporate world, it's like this is what you're
They're
going to
not
get instead of a
corporate.
raise.
I know, but yeah,
Yeah.
I
don't
Pirate's
don't
exactly
pay them,
right.
so their income has nothing to do with me. I'm just happy they
No.
decided to work on Sunday.
I get it. I'm with it with what you're doing. Pirate was right on the mark though, because a pizza party is typically what you get instead of a raise or a bonus.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It's like a-
That is some happy horse shit.
It's
I'm
like,
not
hey, thanks for all your hard work this year, and we made record profits. but we can't afford to give you a raise. So here's an elementary school pizza party.
That's one of those few things that's pretty uniform across any and every industry that you work in.
Oh,
That
and
that I've been in, at least.
the worst part about it though is like they don't even like take you out to a pizza place, so at least you can get a beer. They bring the pizzas in the office, so like you can't even drink while you're
Oh.
there. It's like this is bullshit.
Yeah, if you're scheduling a meeting in my industry during lunch, you better bring food, and if it's somewhere, I'm getting a beer. And you're paying for it. I don't
Yep.
that's the standard. I have ended meetings early when I realized there wasn't food.
That is our industry standard.
Yeah. I'm
Alright.
like, it's noon, you didn't bring bagels. What in the fuck?
I remember in not my like 2 jobs ago, because I've been working in the same industry for a very long time, or at least it feels like that. And it wasn't pizza parties. Like it was, oh, we know you guys been doing really hard things and whatnot. Here's like Panera. And I'm like, oh, thanks. Are we going? They're like, no, we're gonna bring in like the already made meals. I'm like, great.
Dude, I
So-
ate lunch today, and then as soon as I was done eating, some dude I've never seen before came in, dropped off his business card, and like 8 Chipotle burritos. There's 2 of us that work in my office.
Did you bring any back?
No, I gave them out to the people working because me and my coworker had already eaten, so we like split one, and then I went and handed out the other 7.
Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking
was
with
the-
queso, whole 9 yards, chips and queso, sodas. He brought a 24 case of Sprite.
What the?
What did?
Okay,
Never
Are
met
you
this
gonna-
guy in my life.
Are you gonna
Wait,
use this guy's services?
hang on, I'm confused real quick. The dude brought the Chipotle?
Yeah, he brought it.
Oh, okay. I thought. Sorry, I heard that wrong. I thought you were telling me that he came in, put down some business cards, and then got into your food.
Oh no. He put down. He gave me and my coworker a business card, introduced himself, said, "Hey, if you guys could use us as a temp service, that'd be great." Gave us the whole like 3-minute spiel, and then we thought he left, and he came back with a sack of Chipotle, and was like, "These are for you guys," and then came back with drinks, and then fucked off. It was awesome. He was there maybe 8 minutes.
Nice.
Now that's what I call
That-
doing a business
That,
deal.
That
that's
sounds
a,
like you're
that's
gonna
a
use his
memorable 8
business.
minutes, though. You're talking about it tonight.
Yeah,
At your house.
The thing is it happens like monthly, and I don't know any of these people. I don't know how they know I'm doing work there. I think they just have reps that drive around and look for construction trailers.
That's so funny.
Fair.
You know what? Maybe they're like reaching out to your bosses or something, and they're like, oh yeah, these guys are on this location today. Go ahead by there. Just
No,
who
because
knows,
if
right?
they were reaching out to my boss, they'd get told by my boss to come to the main office with the Chipotle,
Fair.
and he will distribute it to the field guys by not telling us at all and having meals for the next 3 days.
Or maybe the dude
Say
knew
might be
that.
weekend.
Maybe the dude knew that and went to the main office, gave your boss some burritos, went to you and gave you the rest of the burritos.
There's a good chance. But yeah, I'm excited about this MRE. I'm gonna give it a try probably Friday or Saturday in case it goes terribly wrong. I don't have to go to work the next day.
So
That is best practice now.
Yeah.
So I asked a question pre-recording, pre-podcast about MREs. I kind of want to bring it back up because I want the audience to kind of decide this as well. Should we invest in getting like 5 or 4 MREs for everybody to try on podcast?
Oh, let's do it. Let's ruin ourselves.
I'm game.
If you
This
chew
is-
the gum, you'll poop the same day.
Jeez.
So we could
Who
also
doesn't want
be
3,000 calories before bed.
You don't gotta eat the whole thing. Just taste every piece of it.
I also-
Okay, yeah, taste testing I'm down for. If it's gonna wreck me, I don't know. If I'm gonna do
Also,
that.
Well,
if
the
you're
other
not
sti-
pooping every day, something's wrong already.
I was
They're-
going to say
They're designed to not make you poop, and the gum is a laxative. It's not a stool softener. It is a laxative. 7 days
It's
of eating
also-
MREs and then taking your first shit is like running a marathon. You come out sweaty.
So it's
I will
also
say-
designed for you this to be your one and only meal for the day.
Yeah, it's designed for you to snack on it throughout the day.
Gotcha.
And we could also record on a day to where we know hopefully most of us won't work this day.
Oh, this would have to be like a Saturday, like late morning thing.
Yeah, we could just do a segment.
I could
Just
never do a Saturday
then
night
I'll
morning
edit
thing.
it in.
Yeah. It's the oh god, not the consequences of our actions segment, and it's just the MREs.
The
Oh,
end of
actually,
it
I like-
is all of us on our phone cameras taking a shit, just sweating.
I was about to say, I like the format of this, just editing this in. Like all of us are like, all right, here we go. Nom nom.
Or-
and then,
yeah.
like,
We're
see
all
what
on Discord
happens.
with each other, just watching each other poop.
And the best
Hey,
part about
guys.
this is I still don't have to be on camera. You could just hear me suffer if it's bad.
Oh,
Yeah, one rule that I'm going to try to have if we're going to do this: no vegan omelet. Let's not torture at one of us to an extreme.
Yeah, the vegan omelet is hot garbage. Always has been, always will be.
you're talking about the
I
vegan
mean,
eggs?
No. It's
I
a
say we get a
vegan-
variety pack and we play Russian roulette. Like you don't get to choose what MRE. The
Well-
MRE chooses you.
The thing with that is we could still work out the vegan omelet because they come in cases of 12, but there's 24 menu items. So the vegan omelet is 1 through 12, and all the good MREs are 13 through 24.
Unless they changed it in the past, however many years.
I feel
Uh,
like they're never going to change that.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
fair.
there's a 6-pack on Amazon for $69.
And
Oh
to
my
be fair, the vegan omelet comes with the best sides. Like they
Because
they try to make sure you're not
Doctor
super
Summer.
punished.
But yeah, we'll leave it. I guess we all agree to it, but we'll leave it up to the audience as well to drive more people commenting and shit. By
Yeah.
the way,
Menu-
plug to
menu
watch us on
22.
YouTube.
Menu 22, chicken and dumplings.
That one's good.
MRE. Warfighter recommended, Warfighter tested, Warfighter approved.
Yeah, they test them all on actual soldiers before they put them into
But-
the menu items.
That's the only
Warfighter
menu. That's the only MRE bag that says Warfighter recommended.
That's fair. I would recommend the beef stew's really good. That was one of my favorites. The meatball marinara was baller because you get jalapeno cheese spread. Any of the taco or fajita ones are good. The ravioli one's good. The
Beef
chicken
patty.
soup is garbage. Yeah, there's some good ones. I've had some memorable ones. I was excited that it came with a hua bar. I thought they got rid of those.
What's a
Yeah,
hula?
they're just they just reformulated them and put them out again.
Well, they've
Over
renamed them.
years-
This would be the third rename. So it's not called a hua bar anymore. It's called a first strike bar. But they were called Ranger bars when I first joined. And then they changed them to hua bars and had 2 new flavors. And now they're just first strike bars and have a new flavor.
So do you get a first strike bar and then a Go Fast energy drink?
I don't know what brand the energy drink mix that came with it is. I can
Yo.
go check. That
If we
would
do
not
this-
surprise me.
We each had to have a rip it with an MRE.
Yeah, that's the key.
It's like we got to have something to lube this meal down.
And also keep ourselves awake while we eat it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh no, the meal will keep us awake. That's its job.
All right.
3,000 plus calories in one sitting might put me out.
But
That's why I said
also-
first thing in the morning. We're gonna go do a fucking half a marathon after this.
Company hike.
Yeah. It was also a way to tell people, like, we love that you're watching us on podcasters and Spotify. Hop over to our YouTube to give us a listen, comment, leave a like.
You could see
Help
the
us with
video
that
of
stuff.
the disgust.
Tell
Yeah.
us what MRE,
YouTube-
if you've had it, you like.
Actually, we should like YouTube exclusive the MRE trying.
I'm
This
good
is
with
a
that.
quick, like 10, 15-minute video.
Yeah, it could be a separate video.
Yeah.
All right. I got one more non-tech thing, and then we can get into our normal shit. Has anybody had any experience with the Great Pyrenees? Other than they're big as fuck.
Nope.
Can you spell it for me?
Not in person.
Wasn't
Oh.
a friend of ours' dog a Pyrenees mix?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I'm
these-
looking at.
These big white fluffy motherfuckers, they're adorable.
Yeah, they're like 34 inches to the shoulder.
They're
Please don't tell me that's
adorable.
what you're getting.
They're adorable.
We are
Oh.
gonna go look probably this weekend.
Buddy.
There's a batch of puppies, so I got 4 to choose from, and I gotta let the significant other do her research. But yeah, they're big as fuck, and they live forever.
So I'm going to warn you right now. This is another one of those dogs that's going to get you a roommate.
Yeah, that's
Oh, I
fine.
want one.
Huh?
Yeah, Kane. I was gonna ask if I could join, but I feel like it's gonna be a bad idea because we're gonna end up with 2 coming back and not just 1.
That's fair. No, I found this really cool humane society that's privately owned. All the donations go to the pets except for they have one paid employee that cleans the kennels and cleans the area. And it's just this old couple and their daughter that run it. And they have 10 acres of land north of me. And they take in basically like if you need to get rid of a bunch of puppies, they will just take it and then help find homes for it. And
I love that.
it's
That's good at least.
the dog comes spayed and neutered, first 3 rounds of shots, puppy shots, and first vet visits included at your choice of vets.
Nice.
I
So
just posted a
Beans-
picture in
Yeah,
the chat for reference for those who don't know.
yeah,
Yeah.
big white fluffy cute
Hey,
motherfuckers.
Beans, what was this comment about? We'll get you a new roommate. You just started to say it's
So-
noisy.
So my SO loves corgis, and last week the conversation was potentially of them getting a corgi, and so if they were to get a corgi, my wife's moving into their house part time.
Ah, I see what you're saying.
But
Corgis-
she also loves white fluffy cloud dogs.
Oh, there's cute names.
Yeah, we're gonna rename it because I like
You know what?
Pookie.
You,
He's the
You know
coolest
what,
looking one.
Pookie?
He's the coolest looking one, but I can't call a dog Pookie.
Oh wait, these are
Yeah, those are the 4.
pumpkin. Oh,
Yeah.
I like Pad.
So the 2 on the left are females. The 2 verticals are males.
oh,
Pat. I like
And-
Patty.
Corgi might be on the table too. My buddy who's got the 2 purebred corgis, the female's heat ended early.
Oh.
So he's gonna give it a couple weeks and let me know. I have a month to decide on these guys because they won't give one to me until it's completely healed from spayed and neutered.
Yeah,
Fair.
that's fair.
So
You like Pookie. I think I would be leaning more towards Pumpkin.
I got
like
a
this-
female dog. I want a male dog.
I like this sort of like spawn
Yeah.
face pattern.
I like the color pattern that Patty has.
I was gonna say Patty's definitely up there. How much are these, by the way, or do we know?
Somebody slapped his hand.
$460, but that includes everything. That's out the door.
Dude, that's not bad, man.
No,
That's
especially not
good.
out here because the state-run or county-run humane society wants $600 for a puppy.
Yeah, that's giving the dog away.
Yeah, that's basically its vet fees.
Yeah.
So I'm good with it. And we might even throw in a little bit more because they work only off donations. Yes. Yeah.
They're so cute.
oh. They are cute.
But yeah, I'll let you guys know when I know.
Oh, I just saw that picture.
So we'll know Saturday or Sunday. Got it.
Well, we can't pick up for 2 to 4 weeks because they get neutered on Monday, neutered and spayed on Monday.
Got it.
So,
So we'll still know Saturday or Sunday because you'll lock that down when you're there.
oh yeah, that's if it is something we fall in love with, then it's something we're gonna grab.
Nice.
That's basically the rule.
How big do they get?
I'll be right back.
Like, I see the picture form of it, but she looks like a little lady, anyways.
So yeah, that's a female one. The female ones get to 32 inches at the shoulder when on all fours, and 80 to 100 pounds.
Damn.
Oh, that's not as heavy as I thought.
The male ones are 100 to 130 pounds and are 34 to 38 inches at the shoulder.
I mean, that's big, but that's still not as heavy as I thought. I thought they were going to be upwards of the 150, 160 range.
Yeah, I mean, Bear was 80 pounds. So
It's
Yeah.
so big for a doggy.
I'm
a
so
doggo.
used to short-haired animals that like all the fur always throws me off.
their fur is cool. I was doing research on them to see kind of what to expect, and they have the normal big dog problems with hip and elbow dysplasia. But their fur is essentially dirt resistant, and they don't shed that much. Like
Oh,
if
cool.
you brush them like once a week to once every other week, you can keep your house clean.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And they apparently just don't get super dirty. And then I found out something else from the Humane Society that I'm kind of excited about, and I don't wish it upon the puppy, but if it happens, I'm not going to be mad at all. They're known for contracting dwarfism, and they can't tell till they're 6 months old. So it would be like an 80-pound corgi. Just little arms, little legs, and that body size.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I have a feeling that Beans SO would never leave your house at that point.
Yeah. She told me, and I was like, that's not a bad thing. I love midgets. And she was like, I've never had somebody respond like that.
Let me
Oh,
introduce
if
you to this
only-
subset of friends that I have.
Yeah.
If only they knew.
Yeah, the lady was real nice. She's gonna call me back in the next few days for an appointment this weekend. And then they also have a Doberman that's like a year old that I'm gonna look at. They got a bunch of dogs that I really like, and I kind of support what they do. So there's a good chance. There's a good chance I may come home with something this weekend or have something paid for this weekend.
That's cool, man. I'm excited for you.
Yeah. And I wasn't in a rush to get another dog. My buddy was literally like, just check out this Humane site. And I was like, oh fuck, they got a lot of dogs I like.
Nice.
I'm happy for you, man.
Yeah.
Well, I doubt it'll be an issue or a conflict whatsoever, but just a reminder that Rocco's going to be with you.
Yeah, no, I'm tracking. And then I actually, once we get the new dog, I was gonna kidnap Rocco from you for a few days so that the puppy can get used to Rocco as well.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Um,
And feel free to bring all the dogs over here so that way they get comfortable in two houses.
yeah. All right, on to the bloodbath. That is the 9800 X3D.
The
It's
bloodbath.
it's looking pretty fucking good, man.
Dude, AMD's market share jumped from like 6 to 10% when this released.
That's crazy.
They're sold out across the planet and not expecting to get restocked until January.
Wow.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's just not something that happens with like mid to high range processors. Like high end processors, like a 9900K, I get that thing was hard to fucking find. But this is like a $550 processor, which seems like a lot, but for what you're getting, it is baller.
$479 on AMD's
The
website.
MSRP pricing for it is not even that much.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
$479 on their website.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like $30 or $40 more expensive than the 7800 X3D when it released. So like, I hope that this thing doesn't skyrocket in price the moment it releases, but
Oh, it
it's
released.
pretty
There
fucking-
it is skyrocketed in price because they did not build enough of them for the release. They weren't expecting this much purchasing.
so catch me up. Why is the 9800 X3D getting
It's
bought up so fast?
it's the first overclockable X3D processor ever. And
and you
people
don't even need to overclock it.
with a dirty overclock, people are getting 5.4 gigahertz all core and are beating the shit out of not only the 7800 X3D, but anything Intel can put out.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, this
Oh.
thing's dumb. People are they're getting ready to liquid nitrogen cool them with liquid nitrogen, they're expecting like 6.5 all core. Right now, it beats a lot of the liquid nitrogen overclocking just from the factory.
Jesus.
Yeah. So this thing's dumb. It loves RAM. It's just ridiculous.
It utilizes RAM correctly.
Yeah. And it's super tempting because it would literally just be me buying the processor and plunking it in my system. I would need nothing else. And then I would
Well, you probably need a BIOS update if you're on the same MOBO I am.
yeah, but that's not a big deal.
That's just an update. Like
Yeah.
I would have to change out my MOBO, and I just don't have that money right now.
I'm just gonna mail my 7700X to DreadPirate. Be like, your first piece.
Honestly, I was thinking about buying the case for myself for Christmas, anyways.
Wait,
Buy the
7700? I
case.
thought you had a 9700.
No, I bought it at the 7000 series. So I have a 7700. I was gonna buy a 7800X3D when they dropped, but I just there was a 3-month discrepancy between me building this computer and the 7800 drop. So I was like, I'm gonna wait and see what happens.
That's right. You went with the 77 bundle. I got the 7900 bundle.
Yeah. Well, because I was buying another motherboard and processor as well, so I wasn't trying to spend a bunch of money. Because there's a 5600X3D in the fucking NAS server, the Plex server.
Nice.
Yeah.
I need to get a new MOBO.
That sucks.
So it was overclocked in the BIOS a little bit, like the factory overclock. I didn't really mess with it. I just like easy tune, right? It's been running super hot by itself, just nothing else going on with it. And then the other day,
My food
it
got
just-
delivered.
Nice. The other day, it just basically completely like ignored that it had a drive installed, which is the drive I had all my games on.
Oh,
So
Whoa.
so I rebooted and I clicked default in the BIOS and now everything's been pretty stable. But I don't have faith in something that does that. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
I'll run it for a little while longer just to do whatever because obviously it's a holiday season and I can't just go splurging on myself. But yeah, I am due to swap out this POS.
It's the holiday season. You can absolutely treat yourself.
I was about to say,
Go to
you
Micro
can,
Center.
you
Yeah,
can,
I
al-
just
you can
built two
always
desks
get
in my
something for
office.
yourself.
so
Honestly,
I just built 2 desks in my office. That was my treat for myself this year. So
just do your research and let us know. That could be our Christmas present to you.
I'm not gonna make you guys do that. Don't worry.
No,
about
but we can hit the Black Friday sale and call it a day.
that. Okay, so I've been looking. I'll tell you already. I've been looking at the MSI X 670E or the new 870 that just came out because it's basically like set up for future. So, and they are actually
Ooh,
both
that's
pretty
not
reasonable.
a bad price for being a brand new MOBO.
They're both very reasonably priced. They're not
What-
like the super high end ones or anything.
What's a MOBO?
Motherboard.
Motherboard.
Mobo for shout, yo.
I'm gonna make you watch the
Duh,
LTT How to Build My First Computer video.
I need
So
to
the
watch, I
LTT
need to
one
watch it.
And then the like what to do after you like physically build your
Yeah.
tower, like all the software windows. Jay's 2 cents has a really good video on that.
Okay.
So
And-
those would be the 2 videos to watch, just back to back.
And the
Or-
LTT one, they update every new generation.
Mhm.
Fair enough. Yeah, I was saying I'm probably gonna end up buying the case for myself for Christmas. Anyway, so if y'all have some extra parts, just throw them my way.
Like I said, I'm
We gotta
sending
make
him
sure
a
they're
gift
compatible.
box. So
Yeah.
get with me, fellas. He's about to get hooked up.
It's like, oh yeah, I got some extra parts. Here's an Intel chipset with an AMD motherboard. No. Don't.
Yeah, Hike came out with a purple version of the Y70, and I kind of fucking love it.
And you want to snatch that one up
Nice.
quick because it
Yeah,
will sell
people
out.
buy that.
It's like a creamy
Hmm.
purple. It's fucking fire looking.
This isn't the one that you were necessarily looking at, but I went down a rabbit hole and I'm looking at MSI's Mag 870 Tomahawk. This is actually a pretty cool looking MOBO.
Yeah, that's That was the one I was talking about. The X870.
This is the X870, but this one's their Tomahawk model.
Yeah, they're both Tomahawks. The X670E and the X870 are both Tomahawks.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but
I dig this Tomahawk one.
The X670 is like the high end, or not high end, but the better AMD version of their 650. So like they did 650, like the B650, and then they did the X670E, and now they have the X870, which is set up for the 9000 series. But it actually has a lot of interesting features. So it has a couple of more, like on the motherboard itself, it has a couple more like USB ports. And there's actually some that are built onto the back of the board too. So you can actually plug up some of your USB connectors on the back, like your fan controllers.
Nice.
Which I think is pretty sweet for cable management, because I hate when you get like the one little fan cable that just swings in at the bottom of the case.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that they did is they actually put in USB 4.0. They have two USB-Cs on the back that are USB 4.0 that have up to 40 gigs of transfer rate. So that's pretty cool too, because I mean, you guys know me. I sail the 7 Seas pretty often, and transferring data to an external drive can sometimes take forever because, you know, maybe you're doing like 300 megabits a second.
That thing's so much longer.
It says
You like-
gaming and lightning on it.
Why? Why is that link so long? What the hell?
Oh my god, that was funny.
It does say stupid shit on it, but I don't really care about that aesthetic.
I mean, it'll be covered up by a graphics card. Who gives a shit?
Mostly, yeah. Where do you see Lightning? Oh, MSI, Arsenal, Gaming, Tomahawk. I don't see the Lightning bit though.
It was the first link.
Let me go look at that. Oh, no, I wouldn't get the white version of the X670E.
Now, if you were doing like a 90s throwback theme PC with the styrofoam cups, this would be the perfect motherboard.
Oh,
That
yeah,
old Miami
absolutely.
retro.
Yeah.
yeah.
Just retrowave the fuck out of it.
But yeah,
Right.
those are the ones I've been looking at. Like, obviously, eventually, I would love to build one of those computers where all of your power connectors and cable connectors and all that shit are just in the back.
So that's what I'm probably going to lean towards next.
But that shit is money,
Pricey.
money. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
because
And
it's
you need a
tuned
case too.
to, and it's yes. Yeah, you have to get. Well, I mean, I think they designed it so it fits most cases, but what you actually need for it is the specialized graphics card that has the power pin connectors on the back of the board. So you hook it into the PCIe, and then there's also slots for the power connectors that straight plug into the motherboard.
Pretty
and then-
sure now the Mobo comes with a adapter cable for the GPUs.
Hmm?
Could be wrong on that.
No, you know what I'm talking about, right? The motherboards that have all your pin connectors on the back of the board itself.
Mhm.
But the graphics card itself also has pin connectors on the back of the graphics card, not on the front. So you don't have to put any cables to the front of the case.
I smell what you stepping in.
Yeah, but they don't come standard like that. So you know you got to pick that shit up specialized with the kit, I guess.
What gauge pass-through wiring do you think they're going to use for the 5090 on those?
You're probably just gonna have like a straight, power cable, like you do with your PC.
Just one in the back and one in the front?
No, just
Oh, you're
gonna have
talking
a-
like a three-prong.
yeah,
The three
prong.
prong is what connects to your GPU.
three prong that just plugs into the back of the freaking GPU, just like your right next to the display port
Yeah,
slot.
Oh
that
my
would be
God, that's so
glorious.
funny. That is so funny.
I don't know, because they've been getting a lot of backlash with the 12, what is it, the 12 volt HP connectors or whatever they are.
Yeah, the new 5090 has two.
Oh, Jesus. I can't even afford a 5090, dude. Screw that.
It's not getting better.
Right? Who's buying these fucking things?
Enthusiast at this point. Like I might have been that guy a couple years back, but no. Like no, I mean I don't even think I'm going to go for the 5080s when they come out because they're going to be more than I ever want to pay for a GPU.
They're
Can't
putting
believe
out
those
a
words just came out of your mouth.
they're putting out a 5090D that's supposed to be in power between a 5090 and a 5080.
Okay.
I don't. The naming scheme on Nvidia is such retardation. Like they just keep adding random letters and hoping we know what it means.
They don't even know what it fucking means. The naming sequence of all this shit has gotten so fucking out of hand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, see, there's the problem. Sorry, I was looking up the power connectors on the back. Which company was producing that? It's Asus.
Oh yeah, fuck that.
So yeah, probably not picking that up for a bit.
Oh, the one I was looking at was the MSI one, their Project Zero setup.
You know what? That might be up there too. Yep. Yep, you right. You right, bro.
That's the one that I was thinking of, where they have an adapter that comes with the motherboard. So like you still plug in your GPU like normal, but instead of having the massive fucking cable that comes with it, they provide a new replacement cable to make it look sleek.
I will have to look at this.
I'm building micro ATX next.
Yeah.
That way it limits me on graphics card size.
I mean, you could still put a freaking 4090, like a current 4090 in a micro ATX case.
I mean, how much do you hate yourself though?
I
What-
mean, it's literally the last piece you install. Everything else is, the hard part.
What I really want to do is get like an old Dell case, or God, if I can get an old Gateway case, that'd be glorious. Like one of the cow patterned ones.
Let's go hit up a flea market. We might be able to find one. I don't know about the cow pattern.
But yeah, that would be awesome. And then just do a retro build inside of that.
With the old sounds and everything.
Yeah, they make it add-in board for your PCIe by 4 that makes all the noises.
You really trying to go back in the day, got a flip phone, trying to get an old computer.
Going full circle, my man. I'm even going to put a Diablo 2 background on it.
Oh my god.
So I'm looking here. I actually like the Project Zero cases on MSI's site.
Right? That's why I'm looking at that one.
Yeah, they're pretty cool looking. 2 white ones, 1 black one, but the black one's kind of sleek because it's like a curved outer panel. I don't know, it's neat. I'll drop the link in the chat for the rest of these.
All right, well, while we're talking about this, NVIDIA has stopped all production of RTX 40 series and transferred to the new RTX 50 series.
Everything except for the 40, 50, and 60, I think.
Those aren't graphics cards.
No, those are video
Yeah.
internet browsing.
I'd rather have a 3060 than a 4060 just on principle.
Hey, take that back.
No, that's what I'm saying.
sounded
Is the
rude.
in my mind the 3060 is the better card.
I get it, but that's what I'm running, and I feel like you're using me as a baseline comparison, and that's rude.
You just 1080 Ti the world.
Yep. So they stopped production. They're now full in on the 50 series, which I guess means we'll have like a Q1, Q2 release of those.
Q1 5090, 5090D, 5080 is January. 5070, 5070 Ti is February. 5060, 5060 Ti is March. With no known prices yet. No confirmed prices.
But we're estimating $1,800 probably for the 1590.
Yeah.
All it's gonna do is just make AMD look better.
AMD's
Well, I mean, that's-
dropping out of the graphics cards game, the high-end graphics cards game.
Yeah, they're not doing they're not competing against Big Green anymore. They're
I forgot about that.
Yep.
Like-
So they're gonna make more affordable economy level graphics cards, which everybody's gonna flock to because nobody wants to pay $2,000 after tax
Yeah.
for a high end anymore.
And if they keep like the 800 series, if they do, what would the next one be, an 8800? If they do that as their flagship and we see the same scale we saw in the last one, it'll beat out a 5070 Ti and it'll be half the fucking price.
Well, what did they have? They had the 7900 XT and XTX.
The 7900 XT and XTX are both baller cards. The 7900 XT, I think, is comparable to a 4080, and the XTX is between a 4080 and a 4090.
Yeah, doesn't quite match up to the tech, but pumps, right?
Yeah,
The XTX is 24 gigabits of VRAM, and freaking
well,
SR has come a long way.
it's $1 per smiles. Like, you could spend $1,000 on a 5080 Super, or get 4080 Super, or get almost 4090 performance and spend $1,000 on a 7900 XTX.
Yeah, except sadly that wasn't the price of things when I was around shopping, right?
Well, I mean, I think we got our computers in the same 2-week span. I looked at the AMD stuff, but the drivers at the time were hot garbage, and I didn't want to wait.
Yeah, and FSR was not up to par.
Yeah, now they're almost equivalent across the board. So as far as FSR and DLSS 3.2.19 or some shit like that, and then the ray tracing, nice to have, but really, who uses it? And then I use it on
most
the
modern
one
games.
game I own that can use it, which is Cyberpunk.
There's actually a lot more ray tracing games you don't think about. A lot of games are just starting to implement them.
I mean, the new
it's
Warhammer
become-
game, ray tracing made a little bit of a difference, and it didn't actually make that much of a performance hit, which was nice. So I rocked it there.
Although
I didn't even know
ray
that was an
tracing-
option.
Ray tracing isn't going to matter much anymore. You guys heard about what Unreal's doing. I think I talked about it last time.
Yeah.
Unreal has figured out a way to do lighting as particle effects instead of ray tracing. So
Okay.
that's going to be a whole thing, and it's very, very low expense as far as your graphics processing with what they figured out. I'll see if I can find the video, but it is pretty wild.
Yeah, it'd be an interesting watch. I'd definitely be curious to check that out or look into that.
All right. Currently featured ray tracing games: Star Wars Outlaws, boo.
Boo.
Black Myth Wukong, which I'm probably going to pick up for the Black Friday sale. Indiana
Wait for it to go
Jones
on sale.
and the Great Circle, boo.
Yeah.
I've actually read good things about that one.
I just want them to stop raping Han Solo. That's all I want. They need to quit using, make a new face. That's all I ask. Recast him. Just quit dragging his old ass into archaeological digs and making him run around. That's all I want.
It's a video game. It's not actually Han Solo.
But they used his face. Therefore, it took his soul.
Of course they use his face. They can't use anybody else for Indiana Jones. It just wouldn't work.
Young
I mean,
Indiana Jones was awesome.
They also recasted Lara Croft, and that worked.
Did they make a new
they could,
Tomb Raider movie?
Yeah, but the original one wasn't good either.
not the argument that I'm making.
Dropping truths right there. Diablo 4, which was fun till I
Yeah.
beat it, and then I moved on with my life.
Although apparently the new season's gotten a lot better on 4.
Yeah.
It's just-
Every season I'm hearing it gets a little bit better, but it's still not enough for me to want to come back.
Yeah, it's just a grind. And if I want to grind, I'll pay Blizzard $15 a month. Cyberpunk, Alan Wake 2, which is another one that's on my list for me to hit up. I heard that is dark and creepy and my kind of game. Then the next game down is Portal. And
Portal uses ray tracing.
it just gets worse from there. They did an update to Portal for ray tracing.
Um,
It looks really good, actually.
So they did a complete what was it, like a remake of Portal to include the ray tracing. So graphics update plus ray tracing. I thought about replaying it.
Yeah, I have
Because
it. It's free.
It's free.
If you own Portal, you now own Portal RTX.
Yep.
Because our Lord and Savior Gabe Newell loves us. Sometimes he can't make a third thing, so. The Steam Deck 2 better be fucking nice, because there's not going to be a 3. It's just not going to be a thing.
You don't think?
No, fuck no. He can't count to 3,
No, they'll just call it something else when they make another model.
right? They'll call it
It'll
Steam
come-
Deck Black Mesa.
they,
Episode
Yeah,
2.1.
they can't do that anymore though, because now there's actually a Black Mesa company that's making games.
Oh, nice. Nice.
It's just gonna be the Steam Deck stem.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Steam. They can kind of do what they want.
And that's why they don't make thirds of things. Find me something Valve has made with a 3 after.
Also, who's gonna fight Steam? Steam is the most beautiful thing to happen to gaming
Dude,
since gaming.
I read a hit piece on Gabe, and it read like a hit piece, but it didn't like make me hate him. It just made me be like, yeah, man, do you. It's apparently he owns $170 billion worth of yachts.
So
And,
he has,
like-
4 yachts.
No, it's in the like 30s. But he crews all of them, separate crews, not the same crew that jumps. He pays the crews above their median salary. Like, what a life.
Yeah.
If I could afford a yacht and a crew, that's where I'd be right now.
If you had that kind of money, I think we'd be doing very different things.
From a yacht.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there. Everything's better on a yacht.
Yeah, no, if you had that kind of money, I'm pretty sure that this would be a daily podcast and not
Oh, we wouldn't be doing a podcast. We would delete ourselves from the planet.
What do you?
You want your family thinking you committed suicide or something. They'd be hitting you up for money and shit.
Nice. There is one knock I do have against Steam though, and that is the fact that we've all kind of known this for a while, but when you purchase games on Steam, you're not actually purchasing the game. You're only purchasing a license which allows you to play the game.
Yep.
Which is something that I think GOG Gaming fired back against, where when you buy anything from GOG, you actually get a Windows installer that you can download with the game. So you don't actually own any of your Steam library. It is not transferable to your next of kin.
No, it is. They
And
fixed that.
Is it?
They
Did you
fixed
fix
that. And also, it's not all Steam games. It's just Steam games with publishers that are selling you a license. So your Valve games you own. You could download an XE file for it.
That
of
and
course, because Valve owns
Steam-
it. And
as of Q1 2025 is also getting rid of library sharing.
they're getting rid of library sharing because they're implementing a family share program. I think they've already started betaing
Yeah.
it.
Which is
But-
baller.
The family
That's
share
what I
is
missed.
the family share is actually a lot nicer because now you and your family member can play games off the same library at the same time, which you can't currently do with the current share.
I
Yeah.
thought they've had that going on for a while.
The
the family share thing.
They had library sharing where you
Yeah.
could share your library with a friend, but if you are online playing a game, they cannot go to your library and play another game
Kind of
from
understandable.
your library. Well, no, it doesn't
Well,
make any
more
sense,
than-
right? It's just digital, right? So why the hell? Like if I'm over here playing God of War on my Steam library, and Beans wants to go through
Wait,
and
no,
play
no.
what?
he's talking to his cat.
Oh, what do you know me for? Yeah, if
I was
if-
doing the cat in my lap.
if I'm playing a game like God of War or whatever on my library, and Beans wants to come over here and be at his house and play something from my library, whatever, like just a game he wants to try before he considers buying it, he can't do that at the same time that I am playing, which makes absolutely no sense in the world of sharing, right? Like
But it
But-
makes sense in the world of business.
I don't really see how that makes any sense. Like if I wanted to, okay, let's go a little old school here.
I mean,
If I wanted to lend you a PlayStation title, I just hand you the disc and you can play it regardless if it's licensed to me on the even current PlayStation.
Correct, but we cannot both play the same PlayStation title you own on two separate PlayStations.
Yeah, but he's talking you couldn't play two different games on two separate computers with the old sharing system. Whereas, like, if he was playing God of War on his library, you couldn't play Portal on his library.
Okay.
So Pirate, we'll get into something that you're playing. Like, let's say I wanted to try Rogue Trader, right?
Mhm.
You share your library to me. You are going and you're playing something else. Let's say you're playing Battlefield or something like that from your library. I cannot, at the same time you are playing Battlefield, go in and play Rogue Trader if you're sharing your library with me with the current share.
Okay, I agree with that one then.
Yeah.
But,
I misunderstood the whole thing.
Yeah, you got it. But the new family share actually fixes that. It's literally just a title share in your library instead of, you basically using my library while I am not active in it.
And if Scorch owns, say, Call of Duty, and you want to try Call of Duty, you can both play Call of Duty on the same family share. The single game, you guys can both play multiplayer in it.
Ooh, I didn't know they added that.
Yeah.
So is this going to be an extra cost thing, or is it just going to be automatic free like everything else on Steam?
Automatic free.
Yep. It's it kind of derived from their remote play together.
That's pretty
Sweet.
good.
So we all need to share our Steam library.
You could have up to 5 people in a family, and if you remove somebody, you can't add somebody for 6 months.
Sounds like a normal family.
I agree with.
Yeah. Sounds good. Because I got a lot of games you guys probably can play off my library.
So
You've
for
probably spent more on games than
we're
most of us.
Facilitating Pirate, a PC, and then Q1 we're starting a family.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, we're going to have the Depths of Jigoku family.
I mean, we game with each other a lot anyway, so
And if the game's good, I'll
Okay.
pay for it too.
true.
Like I'll buy my own license if the game is good.
Same.
And going back, Rogue Trader, highly recommend. Fun fucking game.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just haven't had the time to. I want to beat Baldur's Gate before I get into Rogue Trader.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
It's 200 hours, right?
So
Like,
it'll probably be another
total
20
game.
when that happens.
I say I'm not picking up I'm picking that game up until Baldur's Gate has had more attention.
Oh, I got it on sale, so that's
When
fine.
I beat it, KickenBeans, I will let you use it because I am 2 days into that one.
Nice.
It's
like hours worth, 2 days.
yes, because it keeps track. It's like 2 days, like 5 hours. I think I'm 2 days, 13 hours. But it's a fun game. I enjoyed it just as much as I enjoyed Baldur's Gate 3.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Just a different universe, and a lot of different like mini things you can do with the game.
Mention, just because we're talking about Valve, they're releasing a limited edition white Steam Deck for Christmas. It comes
I
with
was
a limited
just
edition
looking at that.
white carriers. It's not my favorite kind of white, but it has the gray buttons, which means I could buy those gray buttons and gray sticks and stuff like that and put them on my black case and be happy.
And that would look so sharp.
Yeah. Or if I'm doing all this, I'm probably just going to pick up a purple case. Because Atomic Purple.
That one, fucking 343 Industries is putting out a Halo Legendary Icon sculpture.
Yeah.
Wall mount.
When you're ready, Kain, I got the tool set to take that Steam Deck apart very easily.
Nice.
Is that the LTT one?
Yeah, it is awesome.
That's
I
going to be
used
a
it-
Black Friday purchase for myself.
Like as soon as I got back from my trip, it was on my doorstep. So I used it to build my R32 model car.
Nice.
MSRP $679 for that white one.
I mean, for what you're getting, that's not that expensive.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it is the 1 terabyte OLED edition, I think.
Yeah. Find me a gaming laptop worth of shit that costs the same amount.
Fair.
And then, so let's do the legendary Halo Legendary Crest wall mount. Do you have a link for this?
I do.
Well, I got one little bit of tech news that I think I shared with you guys. So Microsoft is putting out a modular controller, and I think I shared the link with
Oh,
you
I
guys.
saw. I saw that.
So it's interesting because I mean,
It's like little cubes you can put together in any format you want.
yeah, so they're little cubes and they have little plate attachments on them, and you can put the cubes in whatever position you want, and then you can also switch out the plates.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want the plate to be a D-pad, you can put it on there, or you could swap it for buttons, and literally just make it however you want. So like, you could do like a single hand joystick style where it's just basically straight with like a slight curve, and you could put your 2 clicks on the back, you can put your analog on the front, and then like your thumb can reach down to touch, the regular buttons.
So
I think that's going to sell really, really well.
shout out to Microsoft. And they've been doing this since the first Xbox, supporting the handy capable. Like,
Yep.
every generation. It might take them a few years, but they come out with a new cool modular controller or a modular way to control an Xbox so that the handy capable people can play.
I saw it, and it's the coolest thing I've seen for controllers ever.
Well, I mean, they're jumping on the market too, right? Because like the whole 3D printing world came in, and suddenly you have one hand controllable controllers that just have multiple buttons attached on the back because they
Right.
created little links across to like the other side of
Yeah.
the controller. Like they were like, how can we make this better? And they came up with this, which I don't necessarily know that it's better. I mean, it looks pretty cool, but it probably will feel very funky in the hand for a while.
It's innovative and something that can just easily get used to. 'Cause you got to think in the essence of speed, you can move a lot faster just with one hand pressing buttons than you can keeping both of them in check.
And they had to
Yeah.
make it where it was, 1, producible, and 2, like, universal. With a 3D printer, anything can be universal because you're printing what you need. But they had to get something that they could sell that could be universal.
Well, I'm interested in 2 things that I didn't really read up into it now that I think about it, but one of them is like power, right? How do you power it? I don't know if like each individual module has its own little battery supply in it, which could be interesting, but also means that they are replaceable and possibly like charged through each other. Like if you have them in a configuration and plug one in, does it charge all of them, kind of thing? So
I mean, as far as wireless charging has become, just like, and it's based off magnetism, I don't think it's going to be that bad.
I mean, no, that's fair, but I don't know if they're battery powered at all, right? Like it looked like a fully wireless kind of controller situation, but I don't know if it actually is.
I bet one
I
of
would
the
have to
things
say-
has the power system in it. The
Either
power
that or
system and the logic.
Each one has to have its own little like small battery unit, because if the intent is also meant to be to help with disabilities, you're going to have so many hand configurations and sizes that you would have to be able to remove some of those.
Either that or you just have one module that is the battery, like Kain was saying, and then that one is your base layer. Like you attach everything else to that always. Because you're always gonna, if you're doing a module controller, you're always gonna at least have one of those things.
Okay, let me look at this.
It's
real
currently
quick.
set up to have more than 100 different configurations. That's cool.
Let me look at this.
The link I
Hey.
shared is not very in depth, but it's a good starting point.
Yeah, what was this? This was a reel, I think.
I mean, it's big enough to where you could have one be the battery.
Okay, yeah, Microsoft Proteus controller. That's what they're calling it. It is going to be 300 retail when it comes out, but I mean that makes sense for something like this.
Yeah. If
Well,
there's
what do you get? Oh, what do you get for the 3? Oh, you get the 4 of them.
Yeah, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Oh,
7 pods.
The face plates are interchangeable. So
Yeah.
like the little circles where the buttons and D-pad, like that's what changes. I was thinking that the blocks themselves come apart.
They do.
They do.
The blocks themselves also come apart, and the faceplates are interchangeable.
Every
But so
every
that
side
makes me-
fits together.
Right. So that leads me to believe that every little unit would have its own small little battery as well. So like you connect them all together and the battery would last longer, of course. But if you can
No, I
only
don't.
use 2 units, then each of those still has its own little battery.
I think I think Beans would be right on that one. Feel like everyone would have its own battery.
Yo, but
It
looking at that
does.
second photo where like they have the 4 connected in a square, this is also going to change like the Street Fighter competition tournaments.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to change gaming in a lot of ways.
That's cool.
And apparently they have accessories for it. So like you can put hand grips on the sides. You can. What else we got in here?
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
You can
it's got a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
It's
check
it's
out
like
this
what it's like what the
extended view.
Nintendo Switch controllers want to be.
Oh, one of the attachable face plates is the battery. So you have to give up one spot for a slight bump out, and that's your battery. And it's just a blank faceplate, essentially. Which isn't that big a deal because you have 6 sides on each. This is dope. I dig this.
I like this.
One controller to rule them all. What?
This is the one controller. You can build it like a traditional controller, or with the Proteus model.
Yeah.
Or you can do something wacky and off the wall with it.
Like a flight stick controller, basically.
Right. Right.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff.
Fuck yeah.
This is the coolest thing to come out for controllers in a long time.
I love how customizable this is. Even changing the direction of the D-pad, all that kind of stuff. That's sick.
The last one they put
It's-
out was pretty cool, but it wasn't as modular.
I'm interested to see how like the product longevity for all these different components.
You could buy them all individually too, so if you break a little component, you're not out $300.
Yeah, but how long is each component supposed to last?
Yeah, I mean with Pogo connections and slip connections like it looks like it has, the connections wouldn't be what I'm worried about. It would actually be the internals of each thing. But it's also Microsoft, it's a first party thing, so it will probably last longer than your average Switch controller.
Yeah. And, for the parts of the modular system that you're not using, you can put little flare tickets on. So Pogs are coming back.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
I'm gonna use my $300 controller that I shaped into a torpedo.
Oh, no. No, I can just see it now. Kain over here with this controller, but he just like straight lines it and he holds it like a golf club or
Yeah.
so he's just sitting there with his hands between his legs playing games and you're just like, yo, what are you doing?
Just a really intense battlefield match right now.
So the legendary icon sculpture, I have an issue with.
What's your issue?
It's only
mean,
10
it's
inches.
No, it's so small. For $70 and it's a grunt sculpture.
I can 3D print a larger one, and I've already found the file. Like, I might be in this thing $25 for a larger one that the swords come out and I've painted.
That was my only qualm with this one, is that the swords didn't pull out.
Yeah.
That's my qualm in general. This looks like something that people have been 3D printing for a while.
Never pull out, boys. Yeah, from height, knife tip to bottom is only 11 inches. It's cool. I'm sure they'll sell a bunch of them, but I want one that's like I could use the shield as a shield.
When I saw this article, I was hoping like I was gonna click on it and it'd be just like this fucking big.
Yeah.
I was like something worth like announcing for Christmas or something like that.
And even if it was like 22 inches, I'd pay $200 for it. Know what I mean? Like, you could have done this way better. God damn it, 343. Why have you been disappointing us since you've existed?
The give you something
Yeah.
good, then they follow it with something shitty, and then they take it away from you.
Yeah, all they had to do was ride on the coattails of Halo. That's all they had to do. It couldn't have been that hard.
Then they fucked everything up.
Somebody
And
out
then-
there just making bad decisions.
And then fucked up Halo.
Yeah, the open world Halo was a bad option.
I had a lot of fun with that game, I will argue.
I had
a
fun.
lot of fun.
It didn't feel like a Halo game.
That's fair.
That was my
Well, no,
problem with
like-
it.
90% of the Halo games have been linear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
This way.
And that
that's why they're fun.
they were like mindless shooters
They were mindless shooters with a good story.
with a
And
good story.
The open world got rid of most of the story and made it to where you had to like plan on how you were going to go in and do things. And it just, I had fun with it. It just didn't feel like a Halo game.
I feel that. I liked the online play felt a lot like Halo 3 to me.
Yeah. The online was good.
However, they did nothing with it for like 2 fucking years.
It's supposed to be real good right now, but they've already lost my interest, so
I bought the game when it came out, and I still haven't gone back to that. All you had to do was add the all the old maps.
I bought the Halo Legendary Edition when it first dropped because I wanted to
Mhm.
play Helldivers. Or not Helldivers. What is the
You talking
fucking
about the ODST?
ODST? Because that game was fucking good. And I got the new Halo for free when it came out. It just like fell into my Legendary pack.
Sweet.
But yeah, the Halo thing's cool, but not cool enough for $70. Needs to be bigger.
I agree with that.
Speaking of day one games, Wilds.
Oh, yeah. Me and Pirate talked about it on one of the last 2 shows. But yeah, Wilds, my issue with Wilds is it looks like Monster Hunter, but that's also a plus. Like it doesn't feel like they did a graphics update from World. It just looks like a Monster Hunter game. And I'm okay with that. Everything else about it, I'm ecstatic about. It feels like a Monster Hunter game. It plays like a Monster Hunter game. All of these are good things. I was just kind of hoping for a little bit better graphics.
I mean, we only played the beta, and they've already said that the final game is actually going to be way more polished.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, cool. I'm down. That was my biggest complaint was the graphics looked like they were from World, and that's not really a complaint.
No.
The graphics on World were ahead of most games at that point in time.
Yeah. And I
I
think
mean, they were ahead of some of their predecessors.
I think we're getting to a point now too where graphics are just where they're going to be at. Like, yeah, they'll find newer stuff to do that'll make it harder to run the game, but I don't think they're going to look much better than they are right now because we're at that like edge of realism. And in Unreal Engine 5, you can make a very realistic looking game, but nobody wants to play it because it's very realistic and it's either terrifying or you're going through and it looks like you're murdering real people.
So, as somebody who doesn't have a lot of Monster Hunter experience, like the only Monster Hunter game I've played is Rise.
That's
Is
the
Wild's
worst
gonna
one.
be
Oh, you're about to drop 300 hours into Wilds, my man.
Yeah, no, like we played the beta and it feels pretty good. I mean, I went with the Charge Blade and I was a little disappointed in some of the damage numbers I was getting, but also I wasn't too mad at
It was
it.
a beta.
Yeah, you're super early game too. It's not like you just played mid game. You played literally the intro.
Oh yeah, I know. And like the only thing that you could actually upgrade and wasn't really even an upgrade, you just had different armor sets for the
Mhm.
monsters that they actually had in the game. So like you could swap on a different armor set and get some different bonuses going, but like you only got the base intro weapon. I don't even think that's going to be the first weapon you actually get when the game comes out.
interesting. Okay.
And
Yeah.
I am not a proponent for pre-ordering games. This game got bought the second it hit Steam.
Ooh.
And then I played the beta and was like, I'm glad I spent that $80. I'm not mad at this at all. I think between my Xbox account and my PC account, I have over 1,000 hours in Monster Hunter.
Wow.
In World
So-
alone.
When
It's a
you were
fun
living with
game,
me for a little bit,
especially
you
with
were
the
the reason I
homies.
got into playing Rise, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Up until then, I never really got caught by the bug of this game.
Rise was a shit show.
Yeah.
Just Rise is like bottom tier Monster Hunter.
Well, I enjoyed the shit show, so if that's bottom of the barrel, then this will be a lot of fun.
If you are interested and you kind of want to get a feel for what Wilds is going to be like, I'd recommend World. I don't even know what it costs right now, actually, but
I think it's still like
it's-
40. I'm on the page. Hold on, give me a second.
I can share mine with you.
It is
I can do that.
$10.
Never mind, you got that, bro.
The
Actually, I'll buy it for you. I'll buy
the
it for you.
Iceborne Master Edition Deluxe Digital. They put edition in the middle. Which comes with every expansion, every possible thing you could pay for in the game, everything is $20.97 right now.
Beans, I'll buy it for you.
Right on, thank you.
It is. I'll hop in and run you through the beginning part. It's just one of those games where like you're gonna learn the monsters because you're gonna learn what parts you need and their attack things. It's not like Dark Souls where you gotta learn it. You can make a lot of mistakes and still be pretty good, but it's a super fun game. The world's super entertaining. The world's super interesting. You could play for hours and not hunt the main monster you want to hunt and just do random shit in the map that's fun and exciting, and they don't even count as side quests. They're just random shit. I have a fucking cactar that I can shoot at people, and like I have him as a pet in my house. Like it is.
Yeah, they do crossovers all the time.
Yeah,
At least crossovers with older games like Japanese games.
yeah.
holy crap! Sorry, I'm looking through the store page here, and all of the DLC combined is $503.47 for World. But
That's a bit overwhelming.
That's I mean,
But
these are like
You can also buy skins and stickers
That's-
and like,
most of
things
these
for your-
are-
things for your room.
Yeah, most of these are armor skins and stuff you don't
Like,
need to play.
cosmetic and other bullshit. But I'm just like, holy crap! That's like
Yeah.
I've never seen a game with this much of a DLC list.
Yeah, and it's individual DLCs. So like say you want the flying Medusa colony pendant. It's 99 cents.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? If you're into the game and you're putting hours in like I was, you might want to. I think I have like a full Crane Clan samurai armor set for this game as a skin.
You just sold me.
Yeah.
Like if that is a skin option,
It's
I
dumb.
mean-
And
I mean,
a lot of
game's
your
fun.
stuff from previous games, if you got a lot of history in Monster Hunter, a lot of your stuff carries over. So like,
I'm not sure that this one does though. I think Wilds it's standalone.
okay. Because when I logged into Worlds for the first time, I had so many free skins from all my previous ones. And I've been playing Monster Hunter since Dreamcast. So like, I've played all of them since Dreamcast. I had the Game Boy Advanced one.
That might be tied to account. I'm not really sure.
I didn't even know that
Actually.
this series was out that long. Like the first time it popped into my stratosphere was, I think, for PlayStation 4.
I think Monster Hunter came out late 90s, early 2000s.
Wow,
Like it's been around a long time, and it's
idea.
where people do enjoy it here. It is huge in Japan.
Yeah, and it's also actually more of a like DS version game than it has been major PC game for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Monster Hunter, the first one, released on PlayStation 2 in 2004. So I think I've played all of them. I did not know that. I think I've played all of them.
Dang.
So they had one for PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, PlayStation Portable, PlayStation Vita, Windows, Wii, Wii U, Xbox 360, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, Nintendo 3DS, Nintendo Switch, Android, and iOS.
Jesus.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Good for them.
And it's something they'll support. Like, when did Worlds come out?
They're still putting shit out for
Worlds came out.
2018.
Yeah, Worlds came out in 2018, and they're still actively doing stuff with it.
Oh, there's still active player base. In
Yeah.
World.
Yeah.
Like,
They still do seasonal like skins and gifts and shit like that.
Yeah, the storyline isn't like you get through the storyline just to unlock more stuff. But the storyline, it's so loose that when you complete it, you want to keep going back and doing other things because there's monsters that aren't a part of the story quests that you might need like 2 of their tails. And you don't have to kill the monsters either. You can just capture them and harvest parts off of them.
Or like at one point they brought Bahamut from Final Fantasy VII into it.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
On
and
the
then
Final
there's a
Fantasy
whole,
series. And
there's
he was
Witcher.
a raid boss.
They also had the Witcher storyline that's in there too. So you actually run around as Geralt for a while.
You
you
gotta
serious?
fight.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
you gotta fight the fucking swamp demon thing.
Yeah,
That's hysterical.
yeah. I mean, I have been offering to pick up and play Worlds again for a little bit. So
All right, well, somebody buy me this deluxe pack and let's play.
I'll buy you the pack. We'll play. I'll just re-download it because I got Iceborne too.
Wilds
Yes,
is the 28th game in the series.
Pirate, you gonna get him the Master Edition?
Iceborne Master
I've
Edition for
owned-
$20.
Yeah,
Get him the Master Edition Digital Deluxe.
Yeah, $20.97, man. I'll pitch in for that.
I got you. I got Beans. He's sending me mouse and keyboard. I got him.
But yeah, the game's really good. It's super fun, and it's even though if we jump in with you with our super high level characters, it's not going to affect your fun because it's not like we're just going to run in and rock the animal. The monsters scale really well. So like you'll be doing we'll be doing equivalent damage to you even with all of our extra stuff. We can teach you, and it's something you have to learn. You got to learn how to hunt these monsters. It's not like you just roll. You could roll in and kill them, but you get way more resources out of rolling in, baiting them, trapping them. There's different ways of
gear and stuff like that.
yeah.
And there's a lot of monsters you'll try to roll in and kill, and they will wreck you.
Again, my
Yeah.
only experience was Rise, and it's kind of funny that you say that because I felt Rise like got boring really fast. Because in the beginning it was really fun to just go in and stomp the monsters and get the stuff from them, but then it hit that point where you needed a little bit of specific gear to kind of get some things. But even then, it was still kind of simplistic. It didn't get very detailed.
Oh, I mean, it's gonna be a grind. Like all Monster Hunter games are grinds, okay? Like you have to keep hunting the same monster to get the parts to build the gear and weapons for it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's a more fun grind with friends.
Yeah.
So-
Okay.
You can grind with friends, and then when you grind alone, you're not alone because they give you a little cat that you customize. You get to make your own cat.
Palicos.
And the cat is super helpful when you're just playing by yourself.
Oh, and the Palico chefs.
Oh yeah,
On point.
dude. The cooking in this game is ridiculous.
The animations are amazing.
It's so fun to
Like
watch.
anime cooking kind of animations.
Yes.
It's
hang on.
yeah,
I'll
it's
put a
anime
fucking
cooking.
video.
You're gonna put the video up.
It's
Yeah,
freaking
and-
brilliant.
So depending on what you pick for your food, the animation changes to match that food.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Like, there's
And
a lot of in-depth story and graphics and animation in the game that makes the game what it is.
Yeah, cooking in the
Like, it's
different
fun to-
towns has different animations. Cooking
fun
while
to-
you're in the field has a different animation.
It's all that. It's such a beautiful game. It's just a game you can run around and fuck off in for hours.
I'm gonna send you one because there are a lot of these cuts,
Yeah.
but I don't want to spoil them for you, like for you to see all of them. So
Yeah,
I'll
it-
drop them in the chat.
It's just a super fun game to play. Which one did you
I
send?
remember- I
Oh,
remember
this is a
that
good
one.
one.
I love that one.
But yeah, it's a super fun game to play. I'll hop back in with you. I think I still have it downloaded. I do not. I'm installing.
I've got it set up on the projector in the theater.
Nice. Yeah, and it's a controller game. You can play mouse and keyboard, but it's super fun just to sit back with a controller and get lost in this game. There's sometimes you'll just go out to hunt random creature just to go do random shit.
Oh yeah, you can do explorations where you just cruise through a map and you find monsters as you're out and about.
Yeah.
And you can choose to hunt them, or you can just choose to go gather materials for that run if you want. It doesn't matter. So
Alright.
there's a lot of value to the game.
The crafting system's sick, the gambling system's sick. It's a super fun, and it's never been pay to win.
Oh, and you guys are forgetting about the best part. You can go up to the cantina, meet your friends, and you can do arm wrestling.
You can do arm wrestling, and you could just sit in the hot tubs and chill.
You could also drink in the gathering.
You totally get drunk and your character will fall over. If you try to go walk.
We could do a whole
hold
podcast
on.
from the hot springs.
Our AI just woke up for this. I have to play this.
I'll be honest, I've been pretty distracted. I'm like, yeah, they're talking about games and things and stuffs and whatnot. I kind of zoned out, to be honest.
Nice.
You'll understand real quickly when I'm like, the worst part about the Wilds beta was the graphics, because there is nothing else bad to say about it.
No.
I would place the beta somewhere in between Worlds and Rise.
Well,
Rise was a
Rise,
little more cartoony,
yeah, Rise was
guess.
super cartoony.
and Worlds was obviously as close to reality as they could try to get in a game at the time. So I feel like the beta that we saw, it was kind of in between those two. Some things felt a little cartoony.
Yeah.
But the freaking map designs were amazing. The 3-dimensional movement that you get from just riding the Sekaret around,
Oh yeah.
that was nuts.
Oh yeah. And character creation's always good. You can change what your character looks like whenever the fuck you want. Doesn't cost anything. You're gonna
Actually,
mix and
Worlds-
match armor pieces so you get your own unique look.
Doesn't Worlds have character change vouchers or something like that?
Yeah, but they give you one every 2 weeks.
Oh, I think I only have
I don't
3.
think you have to use a voucher to change the look of your character. It's probably to change if you want to swap from male to female.
Yeah.
You can change your hair and all.
Okay. I'll have to go play again, fire it up and
Yeah.
see what the voucher's about.
I guess the only downside, air quote, besides graphics is in a hunt, there's only max 4 people that can do it. So, unless
Yeah.
it's the Kulturov
It's fine.
big one, which I think can have 5 or 8.
5 of us on.
Yeah.
I mean, if 5 of us all hop on at the same time, we just go play Battlefield. Darn.
True.
Or
Or
you know,
one of us plays Battlefield and the 4 of us
Yeah.
play Monster Hunter World, and
2 or 3
we
of us
rotate.
could go into one party and 2 or 3 of us can go into another party and grab randos. Because that's another fun thing is if you're getting your butthole stomped, which will happen in this game, you can shoot up a flare, an assistance flare, and random people will just hop into the map. Now they still have to run to you. They can only enter the map from specific camps. But if you're getting your butthole stopped, you could shoot up an SOS flare and 3 high-level people will just show up and help you shit stomp this monster.
Yeah.
All right.
You
The
could have said
community-
ass kick
The
because
community
we did
is very
cursor.
good
Yeah.
in the game still.
And we have a guaranteed 6th player as well.
Who's the
138.5 hours.
fair?
Who's the 6th player?
I'll put his real name in the chat.
Oh,
Oh,
I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think
Them.
you've ever met him, but he has the best laugh on the planet, and he's like me. He lives for Monster Hunter. I bought Monster Hunter.
Alright.
I bought Monster Hunter on PC because he didn't have it on console, and put 190 hours in with him in the first 6 months.
Beans, have you ever seen SpongeBob before?
yes.
Do you know the surfer fish? The laugh he has?
Oh yeah.
That's the dude's laugh.
That's funny.
I've seen him get in an argument with a car alarm. I think DreadPirate was there because we got yelled at.
That's
By
funny.
the car alarm or by somebody else?
It was 5:30 in the morning at a campsite, and he was arguing with a car alarm, and other camps were just screaming, "Shut the fuck up!"
Oh, fair.
Oh, I don't even have to look at who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about now.
Yeah. Nice.
All right. Well, we are an hour 30 into this.
I was about to say, I think this is our longest episode ever, or close to it.
Probably pretty close.
Yeah,
We've done a couple of 2-hour ones.
we've been close. We usually like to keep it not to 2 hours, just because.
I mean, I got 3 more things we could talk about.
Save them for next run.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, boys, it's
2 of
good
these
to have
things will
been
be
back.
useful next run.
Mhm. It's great to have
Welcome
the entire
back,
gang
Gaines.
back together.
Welcome back, Scorch.
Thank you. Thank
Oh
you.
man, one last thing too. I got my my monster manual in today. Finally, because
DM's
of all the
guide or
weather
monster
delay.
manual?
The DM's guide. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Because I was about to go to the nearest game store. I was like, fucking
No,
things out.
The DM's guide, yeah, because mine's been delayed because of all the weather that we've had here, but I finally got that in today, and it's been so much fun to poke through.
Dude, the new DM's
Nice.
guide is a banger. It is
Mhm.
so good. It's good for new DMs and it's good for seasoned DMs.
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
does a really good job fleshing out a lot of the items and rule sets for this new system.
Yeah, I
Um,
have to go pick that one up.
Did the 2024 5th edition 0.5 R whatever the new D&D 5th edition is good. It is arguably good. We've converted our campaign over to it already. We're going to have our first session not next Wednesday, the Wednesday after. Or not this Wednesday, next Wednesday. Yeah.
Next Wednesday.
Um
Not tomorrow, but the following.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it. They did the player's handbook really well. There are some things I didn't like when I first read through it, but functionally they make more sense. And the DM's guide is, if you want to try to be a DM, that DM's guide will actually give you good information. It teaches you how to be a DM, not just a fucking rule book.
Nice.
Dope.
And on that bombshell, thank y'all for listening. Again, great to have the entire gang back together.
For the gang.
If you want to reach out to us, you could always, for sponsorships, for whatever, contact us at TheDepthsofJigoku@gmail.com. Please follow us, like, comment, subscribe. All our social medias are always The Depths of Jigoku. I think it's Instagram, Twitter, or X, whatever you want to call it. Twitch, YouTube, Spotify. If you're listening to us on Spotify, I'm going to say it every week I can. Just throw us on in the background, muted. You don't even have to listen to us for a second time if you don't want to. Just on YouTube, show us some support there. Give us a like, give us a comment. Shout out to DreadPirate for his Twitch, DreadPirate28, and then hopefully when a game that we all can play all together comes out, all of us will maybe stream, or at least we'll stream on the actual Twitch channel itself.
If you want to see me play Monster,
Like we're about to jump into some worlds, so we can start there.
I am 50% done.
Me too, but I don't have time to play yet. I gotta be up at 4:30.
And coming soon,
Gotta get the
maybe-
muscles.
It may be a visual representation of Bipoe coming soon. Who knows?
I don't believe you.
Peace out.
It's gonna be a computer chair with dirty panties strung over it. Bye, guys.
Peace out.
Later, fellas.
minutes, 20 seconds, everything looking good. We show altitude about 47,000 feet. Houston, I'm getting a little fluctuation in the AC voltage now. Roger. 50 meter maybe, huh? Stand by. Looking good. You're still looking good. It's coming up 3 minutes.